Morning, Robin.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. You good?
Yeah,
How's Cane Creek?
wet.
Did it snow any up there?
No, we're done with snow, I hope.
You're gonna get a lot of rain now.
Yeah, I like snow, but I've had enough
Yeah, we have too.
this year.
There's a guy here that's a weather reporter, an
Mhm,
official one, where he measures and reports it in Little Switzerland.
mhm.
Had 26 inches.
Wow. I don't think we've had that much, but there has been some snow on the ground continuously since Christmas Day.
Yes, yes, it has.
It's been a long time since it's been like that,
It has.
but we never had any big ones.
Yeah, our biggest one was about 8 inches.
Yeah, we haven't had that much.
We had a good breakfast at church last night. It was awesome.
Good. We haven't been anywhere to eat
I don't blame you.
since last February.
Hmm. Well, once you get your shots, you'll be a little braver.
I feel a little bit better. I've
Mm.
got my second ones next week.
Ours is too. Ours is Wednesday, I think.
Ours is Thursday.
Well, ours may be Thursday. Is that the 18th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ours is Thursday at
Some are
2:40.
Wednesday, but I think since they're doing appointments, it's taking them.
What's your time appointment?
10:30.
Oh, you're in the morning. Ours is that afternoon. And we asked what time we should go. They said, don't go early. Just be there in time for your
Right.
appointment, and they'll get you right in. And I guess we've got some Rotary volunteers that might be there.
I might volunteer after I've had my shots.
Good. Good.
But
There's Reed.
Hey, Alex, how you doing?
Good. Good morning. How you up on the hill hidden there at Grassy Creek?
Fine. I've been watching the traffic coming down the hill. And we had some friends that went, and they said it was smooth as could be.
Well, good. Which hill are you talking about? The church hill?
No, over to the old the fire department hill there, where they're doing the COVID Skyview Circle.
Oh, is that hadn't started up there yet, has it?
Yes, it started
they're
early
doing
this morning.
first shots
Oh, okay,
today.
good.
But
So
I think it's by appointment only, though.
It is.
So you've seen traffic. Rob and I were just talking about that. Ours is Thursday.
Well, so is mine and Mimi's. So we'll see you there.
Is this your second shot?
Second shot.
What's your appointment time?
1:35.
Ours is 2:40, so you'll beat us. Don't you hog it all.
I won't.
Ours is at 10:30.
Okay. I won't take two.
Okay. They might look at you and say, boy, he needs 2 shots.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. How's everyone been? I've been gone for the last couple of meetings and missed everybody.
Well, we've missed you.
They put
Hey,
you on,
Cindy.
they put you on some committees, Reed.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we've given you some jobs.
You're the next president, Reed. That's what you get for not being there.
No, we got Marvin Walker. We're going to be in good shape with Marvin.
Yeah, but Marvin needs a backup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got Robin.
Yeah.
Anyway, how is everybody? Good?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. How are you?
There's
Good.
Tina. Tina, are you at home?
Yeah, I'm at home.
Hey, Tina.
Hey, Tina.
What's going on with the
Hey.
Parkway with COVID and it being closed all the time? What do they do?
Well, we'll be doing the same thing we did last year, where we'll open up most places in May. But yeah, with a lot of rangers will be outside instead of inside.
Wow. Have you been having to do a lot?
Sort of. My counterpart in Asheville retired, and my boss is filling in for the superintendent's retirement. So I'm doing my job, the Asheville job, and my boss's job right now. So
Oh,
it's
my.
been interesting.
They need
Are
to
they
make
going to hire anybody?
I think
Here's what I
replace
found on
them
the web.
eventually, but yeah.
They just need to make you the superintendent.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that job.
Yeah.
It'd probably be a pay increase.
Not enough.
You've been
Oh,
Rotary,
really? Usually isn't.
you've been Rotary president. What's the difference?
Yeah, nicer people in Rotary.
Yeah, that'd be too political, wouldn't it, Tina?
They
Yeah,
haven't had
very much.
a
so.
female superintendent in this area though, have they?
No, we never have. And my boss may have a shot at it and she might be the first.
Oh, well, good.
Oh, well, good.
That'd be awesome.
Might make you assistant number one.
Oh, I hope not.
Good afternoon, good afternoon.
But yeah,
Hey,
the
Chuck.
parkway
Hey,
itself is
Chuck.
closed. We're actually winter.
Got a new visitor today, Amelia Duncan. Haven't seen you in a few weeks.
I know, I've been helping my sister-in-law move and, seems like it's falling on Thursdays.
I hear you. Well, glad you're back.
Glad to be back. Thank you.
Is that Sarah? Is Sarah moving?
No, I wish Sarah would, but no, I can't get her to leave.
Oh. All righty then.
Mimi's brother passed away, you know, and
Yes.
and his widow is moving to Shelby, downsizing for sure. And I've been going
Gotcha.
to 226 a lot.
Yeah.
Shelby.
Hopefully that'll be good for her.
Yeah, I think it will.
Shelby's a big town.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you know, we used to go down 226 down through Pokeville. I'd forgotten all that territory. That's how we go to the airport, and that's old history now.
What
Yeah,
took her to
before they
Shelby?
built 321.
Yeah.
Why did she pick Shelby?
She has a daughter who lives there. And
Good.
yeah, that's primarily.
Good.
Small town USA is a good place to be right now.
Mhm.
Hey, Glenn.
Oh, hey, how's it going, everyone?
Hey, Glenn.
Good.
Oh, good.
Seems like
See ya.
Marvin and Barbara are having trouble connecting today.
Yeah,
Well, I'm on by phone. I don't know why the other things go and doing that.
Okay, it says connecting to audio, but apparently
Yeah, I
it's
see it.
not.
Yeah.
well, glad you could join us today, Marvin.
Thank you. Sorry, I've been something came up last week.
But don't let it happen again. None of us ever does.
This is a cutthroat club. When you ever get to meet
Yeah.
us, you'll find that
I can
out.
tell. I can tell.
Did you know about the $25 fine for missing a,
I didn't.
you didn't see that in the materials we sent you?
But if you watch the video and let Nelson know, you get credit for being here.
Mhm.
So,
I see.
They'll
That's
send
why
the
Glenn did it. He
$25
didn't
back.
want to, Glenn didn't want to pay the $25.
Yeah.
Mr. Carson has joined us. Welcome, Bill.
I've got a split situation here. It is the impeachment program is a competitor.
I don't know if we'll be quite as entertaining, but
You can multitask, Bill.
yeah. I know, I think our program today would be a little bit more interesting.
Oh, I haven't even opened that. Let me. Did you send it the link again, Tina?
I didn't get a link at all. I'm using last week's, which I know you can.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about for the program today. I forgot to
Okay.
open it.
Yeah.
I
But I
usually,
didn't get anything for today's meeting.
oh, yeah, I didn't either. Oh,
Okay.
there it is, right now.
Okay.
Nelson just sent it out recently, and also he sent his apologies. He got his days mixed up this week and he's traveling today. So
Okay.
that's probably why the message went out so late. When did I get it? I got it at 11:37. So yeah, it just went out a few minutes ago.
Yeah. Oops. Okay, I've got it open. If I have it
That's
already
not good
open,
for you, George.
it saves time.
I was saying that stuff's not good for you, George. Coca-Cola, you know. Huh? What's that? A cheese sandwich?
Turkey and cheese croissant.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I wish you were a patient of ours. It'd just be that much more business for us, but that's okay.
No mayo though. So
Oh, okay.
No
Well, that
mayo.
makes it better. Okay.
No, just the cheese. That's the bad one.
Yeah, I've had to cut back on some of my stuff. I blew up my blood pressure, and so it's back down now, but
Good.
could be anything to do with COVID, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot
I think
going on.
everything can be blamed on COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, mine is back up since I've not been going to the gym every day.
Oh, man, that's it. And then we were doing some walking, and then with the wife's hip flaring up and now our operation, we're about back to where she can walk. And so,
Oh, good.
that'll
Well,
help.
that's good.
Yeah, I mean, she's walking. I just haven't been able to join her this week.
Yeah, I'm still walking, but not doing any of those weight bearing things, which are really good for you.
Yeah.
Probably you walk up and down Cane Creek Road if you can avoid the cars.
Are you kidding?
That-
People drive up and down this road like maniacs. I walk on the creek walk when the weather's fit, but I have a treadmill in the basement. So
That's what I do.
when I can't walk outside, I walk down there. It's not as
Yeah.
much fun.
No.
I was on a Zoom the other day, and there's a doctor on there, and he was on his treadmill while he was on the Zoom.
Oh,
Good idea. I could do that with my iPad.
But he was doing a lot of emailing or sending chatting while he was on the Zoom. And I thought, how the heck can you do that while you're puffing and
Okay.
puffing there?
Yeah,
yeah, that would be hard.
Yeah,
have to be going at a stroll.
I thought he was just showing off, but that's okay.
Not a big audience.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
and actually it was probably 40 people on that call. So he,
Oh,
Oh,
my.
goodness.
and but he's a good, very, very good guy. He's the reason we got our 500 vaccines a few weeks ago, was because of him. So I'm very thankful. So he can walk all he wants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Are
You
y'all
can
gonna
walk-
get any more?
We'll know something early next week. The next 3-week periods is announced next week, and we'll know what we'll get for the next 3 weeks. So at this point, Zippo, nothing in the works yet.
Yeah. How many did the health department get for today?
Well,
Or do you know?
they're getting, let's see, keep forgetting. I think Mitchell gets 200 and Yancey gets 100, or vice versa each week. So that's all they get a week is 300.
That'll take a year or more at that
Oh,
rate.
yeah.
I
I
got,
mean, there's light at the end of the tunnel. There is, for this next 3-week period, they're expanding how much they're sending out to counties like ours that don't have a large historically marginalized population. So
they haven't been up here apparently, have they?
Apparently not.
I mean,
We have lots of old people.
I know. Hey,
Lots of marginalized people.
Yeah, we are marginal, that's for sure.
I
Chuck,
had,
Chuck,
I had my second shot today, and so if I act stranger than usual, that's to blame.
I hear you've got
Well-
a 24-hour waiting period, and then all of a sudden you realize you got that shot.
That's what I hear.
24 hours later, you'll get a little flu-like symptoms if it's gonna affect you. Is that what you're hearing, Chuck?
that's what I experienced. I got my second one Monday.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, and so I got like at 3:30 Monday afternoon, about 3:30 Tuesday afternoon, I started feeling a little peaked. You know, the aches and pains like the flu's coming on.
Mhm.
Went to bed early, by 8 o'clock, had the chills and the aches and pains. By midnight, it seemed to break. And when I got up Wednesday morning, I was pretty much fine.
Good.
What we're
Well, that
seeing
was
is
pretty
that
easy.
what's good for our group is that, with the exception of a few of y'all, most of us are old enough that it does not seem to be impacting the elderly as much.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, but this
That's
We
is,
seem
good.
to have the fairly mild symptoms.
that's,
And actually, I would recommend, Bill, that, again, in about 24 hours after you get the shot, take some Tylenol. That's what our docs are recommending. That, and if
Okay.
you, maybe Benadryl, if you feel like you might have a reaction to the shot. And then some people are having a little bit of a stomach issue, and so Pepcid might help with that. But it's
Hey,
usually
Bill,
minor.
what time did you go? How early did you show up for your appointment today, Bill? We're scheduled to go this afternoon.
I showed up at 7, but I hadn't been invited. And I came as early as, because I remembered last 3 weeks ago, the disaster we sat through. And it turned out there was one lady there and she said, come back at 8. I didn't have a date, a time. That wasn't communicated to me, but I saw in the newspaper where the meeting was going to be. So I was first in line. Judy and I were first in line at 8 this
Yeah.
morning.
Good.
Okay, good. Yeah, they didn't advertise it
Good
this
deal.
time. They just called people for appointments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure how early we should
Yeah.
go in
Well,
comparison to last
They
time.
told us
Since
just to come
An
at the
appointment.
time.
Yeah, come
Okay.
at the time,
They
Tina.
said, come at the time that they tell you to come.
Yeah,
Don't come
yeah.
early.
Well,
Our
there were-
daughter-in-law works there, and she said, I asked her the same thing, if we should come early, and she said, absolutely not. Be there at your time.
Mhm.
Okay, all right, thank
There
you
were-
very much.
everything was very professional. And
No, I think-
I counted 5 tents, maybe 6.
Mm,
And there were two things at each tent. You could have 2 cars. So
Good.
they were well prepared.
Good.
We're all learning as we go through this, and they realize that appointments really make a difference. Everybody realizes that by doing the appointments, it really makes it run smoothly.
Chuck, when do the people under 65 start getting their shots? Have you heard anything about that?
It's, well, they did a modified phase 3 release for teachers for pre-K and or for kindergarten through 12th grade. That's opens the 24th.
Yeah,
So
I heard
that's
that yesterday.
phase 3 is when you get down below 65. And so phase 3 is frontline workers and, the school teachers, and then the under 65. And right now they just did I think the teachers union in the state really was pushing hard. So I think they gave them threw a bone to them.
Rightly so.
And said, we'll let you go in now or after the 24th. The issue is that there's not enough vaccines. I mean, we can say we're going to vaccinate the teachers, but we don't have any vaccines to actually do it. So I don't think we're going to get into phase 3 until, which would open up to 65 and below. Or below 65. I don't think we'll get into that until mid-March or probably later. Unless we really have a surge of vaccines that start coming in.
Yeah. Wonder why it's taken them longer to approve Johnson and Johnson. Because the other two were just a few days. That
I
would
think the
certainly help
style
things.
of their, they got started later in their trials.
Mm.
And I think the style of their vaccine requires a different type of trial.
Well, they've already submitted to the CDC. They just haven't done anything. So,
Well, I see it's
Figures.
12:20. We want to go ahead and get the meeting started, and then we can get back into this because lot to talk about on that. So I'll ring the bell, except I don't have anything to ring. Ding, ding. We'll start the meeting. And Mr. Reed, since you joined us, would you mind leading us in the prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance?
I'd be glad to.
Thank you, sir.
Glad to be back with you all. Sorry I missed a couple.
That's
Let's
okay.
bow for prayer. Dear Lord, we thank you for your loving kindness toward us each and every hour. We're thankful that people are now getting COVID shots and some sense of relief. We know that you have been with us all along, but we appreciate the love and kindness you show toward us. We thank you for our Rotary Club. We just ask that you will be with our members that are volunteering and watch over and care for those that are traveling. We ask all these things in thy precious name. Amen.
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 Pledge our allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States
States
of
of
America
America.
and to the
And to the
republic
republic
which is
for which
stands
it stands,
one
one nation,
under God,
under God,
visible,
indivisible,
With
and
with liberty and justice
justice for
for
all.
all.
Thank you, Reed. We missed our flag today, but
Yeah, I don't know what happened to mine. It got lost
we
when
know
we
where it's
moved.
flying. We know where it's flying. So thank you. So any happy dollars?
I've got one.
All right, Glenn.
All right. I actually have a couple of them because
All right.
I've got one happy dollar because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won the Super Bowl. I got a sad dollar because Janie was on the other side of that. She's went for Kansas City, and then the third one is that she'll be doing the dishes for the next week.
There you go. There.
We had a little thing in the game.
Apparently there was a little wager involved there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Good
That
golly,
must
I
mean
think that'd
it's-
be worth more than, I mean, that's like $10 worth, but we won't push that on you.
Yeah.
Doing the dishes, that was a good bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably I'll carry out fast food, right, Glenn?
Yeah.
Well, actually, that is the first couple of days. I somehow managed to be the one doing the dishes. So I don't know how that works. I don't know how that goes.
Yeah, I do.
It works the same way as you staying married works.
Yeah,
Yep.
whatever it takes.
Yeah. Whatever it takes.
I got a happy dollar. We got a chance to see Bill and Sheila Sweetser, and both of them are having birthdays. Bill just had his, and Sheila's having hers. Guess what? Tomorrow. Yeah, it's her birthday. So we got to see them. Social distance and all that good stuff. So make that two, one for her birthday, one for his birthday.
Do they still live in town, George?
Yeah, still live in the same place.
Okay.
I've got a happy dollar. Mine is that I got my first COVID shot on Friday. That was good. But
Yay.
also, a bunch of Rotarians are volunteering for the health department clinic today. I was just been out there all morning, and Floyd and his son were there, and so was Bob Kokel and his wife. So
Great.
anyway, that's something that's good going on in the community.
Good.
Good.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, that should be a meeting makeup.
And where is the vaccine event today?
It's on the hill above the Chevrolet place.
Oh, that's
It's where
right.
they
Yeah,
have-
yeah,
They
yeah.
have yard sales there, and boy, it's just been a great location.
Good.
How's the, it's gravel, but it's not muddy for today?
Not a bit. It was, and the rain hasn't been too bad so far, but this afternoon's supposed to get kind of rough. So
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
it has a
Been
point.
raining here all day.
yeah.
A bunch of us will be there Thursday. Marvin, are you going to be there?
Well, today's Thursday.
I mean, next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure whether I'll be able to make the morning next week or not. I may, they're calling me up about going back to the prison, so I'll have to make a decision.
Going back to prison?
Yeah, that's right. They want me to come in and do eye exams, and that they let me go after I'm done. I'm always grateful for
Your
that.
house arrest.
Always
When that
grateful
door
for that.
shuts, it's always good when it opens.
There you go. Those other guys don't have that choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on the work program, aren't you?
Work release, that's right. Hopefully for good behavior.
Yeah. Well, do you think some of y'all that are working at the event might take some photos that we can share with the district and so forth, and with
Yeah.
others?
That'd be great.
Floyd's still out there till 1. I talked to him. He was doing the entrance stuff. And so I talked to him as I left. So I could probably text him and ask him to go up and take some pictures up top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. We'll need to remind them to let Nelson know if they volunteered, because they could get meeting makeup for that too.
Mhm. That
Sounds
saves
good.
them
Since
that
that's a
that-
Rotary wide project.
yeah. It saves them that $25, right?
Yeah.
Better than doing the dishes, right?
Yeah. Well, I was going to put in a sad dollar for the Chiefs. That was a painful loss. But I'll also put in a happy dollar for the volunteer by Marvin and Floyd and Bob. Thank y'all. Thank you for doing it. And Alex for next week. Any other happy dollars? All right. What about any announcements?
Marvin,
guess
you
we
want
got-
to
Yeah, I
talk
was
about
gonna
the
say-
building?
Yeah, we finally decided that we do have to pay sales tax. And so we made a deal with the guy at Pine View Buildings, the one that's right next to Napa Auto Parts. They had 3, so I got to select the color. And so we're going with a gray color. They're all 3 identical except for the color. And with the tax, it comes to $25.59.28. He just told me just a minute ago.
Okay.
And they will deliver it and set it up. If we need any cinder blocks, then they're like $3 a piece, which isn't much. And I'm supposed to meet this weekend with the people from the garden to decide where to put it. So I don't know if we'll get some pictures, and definitely need to get a plaque. And I think Cindy's got an ad going in the paper to try to help fundraise, so to speak. So looks like a good project.
Yeah.
Yeah. When does he need a check?
I told him I'd try to get it to him within a week.
Okay.
But,
Well, now that
if
I
you
have
can-
a good total, I can write it.
right. If you just get me the check, I'll take care of it from
Okay.
there. Just bring it by the office or something.
Okay, I'll do that.
Did you get your check writing capability fixed?
Yeah, and you have to set it every time now.
Okay.
The last update, it goes back to some default, and if I forget, then I messed up a check.
Right.
That ad goes in the
I've got
paper
some-
next week.
Okay, good.
It'll be next week, you
I've
said,
got
Cindy?
something.
Yes.
Thank
Oh,
you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for working that up.
Sorry, my delay.
You're
I keep interrupting everyone.
welcome.
I just
John.
wanted to show you, we got some awards a Rotary citation, and 100% the Rotary Foundation giving awards and banners.
All right.
Nice.
You probably can't see it with my bad internet, but I've got some good stuff here that we got in the mail for last year.
Good.
Wonderful. Well, hopefully soon we'll be able to, we get enough of us vaccinated, we can start getting back together. There was some information out from CDC yesterday, today anyway, sometime about that if you have been vaccinated and it's 2 weeks past your second shot, which is when you have you build up your max antibodies, then where you might normally be quarantined because of personal contact with somebody that's been infected, they're saying you don't have to be quarantined. Not that they're not saying it's not still, they're saying it's still wise to take the protective measures of wearing the mask, the distancing, and washing your hands. But there's still a slim chance that you can be a carrier even after you're vaccinated, because you can still carry it in your nose and respiratory system. It just won't, it should not impact you. So therefore, once we have maybe a large enough census of us that have been vaccinated and passed our 2 week period, then maybe we could start getting back together. I think we should still keep our distances, like, at the tables, but limit it to the 3 at a table and so forth, and spread them out and bring our own lunch. I think that still would be wise, but we're starting to move not fast, but we're starting to move where we're getting a fair number of us vaccinated. So this is good. The young pups that are below the 65, they may have a little bit longer to wait, but even Marvin's got his. Tina, I got yours, so it's working.
Cindy, did you get yours?
I did. I got the first one.
Yeah.
Go back in March for the second one.
Yeah.
Did
good.
you get yours?
Yeah, I got it a week ago last Tuesday, so March,
Okay, good.
March 2nd is my second one.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen on the second shot, so I'm interested to hear what everybody says about that.
Well, you being the youngest one among us, you probably have the flu for a week.
Yeah, I think that'd be Robin, who's the youngest one.
No, I'm older than you are.
I don't think so.
And Tina's older than both of you.
Yeah. Tina is the youngest.
I feel
Well, you
left
want-
out in this crowd. I want a shot too.
Yeah, no
Aren't
kidding.
you? Oh, you're taking your mom this afternoon. It's not for
Yes.
you. Okay.
Right.
Misunderstood. Yeah.
And poor
Yeah,
old
she
Glenn,
is young.
well, I was trying to help Glenn. Glenn, tell him how old you are.
64 and a half.
Oh,
Oh, so you
You are
haven't
the
got
youngest.
yours yet.
Well, I will say, now, there right now, the requirement is, as a vaccinator, we do not ask for your ID and proof of your birth. You write down what your birth date is. And, if you happen to have an old senior moment and forget exactly what year you were born, they probably would not be checking it.
In a bar in college, we tried the trick that said, see, it's 21 years. And the subtraction was there.
But they still didn't give you the beer, did they?
Yeah,
Oh, did they?
yeah, they didn't think to go to months or anything, heaven forbid days.
You must have been in Indiana or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
In South Carolina, you could be 12 years old, and if you could walk up to the bar and pay for it, you could have it.
Oh, wow.
There's Floyd.
Lloyd?
Hey,
Well, this tells you how old I am. When I was in college in North Carolina, you could buy beer and wine at 18.
Yep.
Mhm. Yep. Well, any other announcements? And Floyd, you just joined us. We heard about your volunteering at the event today, and thank you.
Yeah, it went
Appreciate
really well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
appreciate that. And just, the current status of the vaccines, I mentioned earlier before some of y'all joined, the state parcels them out in 3-week periods. And this is the last week of a 3-week period. So we will hear next week what the new allocations will be. So the health department will get their new allocation. Hopefully we'll get an allocation. We
Right.
have high hopes.
Yeah.
So that would then be what we're going to get for the next 3 weeks. It's doubtful that we get in our area any of the extra vaccines for the marginalized populations or for any of they're spreading some out based on some counties have they've received very few doses per person in the county. And so they're trying to even that out. And Mitchell and Yancey are kind of in the middle of the pack. So it doesn't look like they'll be getting any extra doses because of that.
Even though we gave all those to Buncombe County people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck, did I hear last night on the news that the federal government was going to start shipping directly to community health centers?
Yeah, but that's kind of a, kiss your sister thing. They are going to do it. They've selected 25 out of the 2,000 that we have nationwide. 25 have been selected. They'll get 100 each this week. So that's not much. And then there'll be 250 nationwide, of which they say it's going to be at least one per state. As of last night, we hadn't heard which one in North Carolina is going to be selected. So they'll be getting vaccines for the next 3 to 5 weeks. And then down the line, they'll start adding the other FQs. But again, they're focused on the highly marginalized populations.
Right.
And so, we're down the way down the bottom of that list also. So we're not anticipating getting anything from the feds directly until probably April or later.
Right.
It's pretty sad. I mean, it's,
Right.
that we're so normal and we don't. But the North Carolina, to their credit, because of what they've done, they've moved up to the top of the heap nationally as far as the percentage of doses that they are putting out each week. They're getting over 95% of their doses received each week into the arms of people. They were down in the bottom third of the country. Now they're in the top third. They've moved in the first set of statistics, it was about 81 or 2% of the doses went to whites and like 11% went to blacks. And now it's down to 78 white and 18% black. So they're narrowing that gap, which means that their focus has worked. And so because of that, and they've narrowed it so quickly, they're going to take a little bit of that doses that they've have earmarked for the marginalized population. They're going to start sending it out to the other folks. So we're hoping that next week's allocation will bring more to the health departments and finally bring some to us.
Good, thanks.
But really, that's all the news we have on the vaccines right now. It's pretty lean. We're doing our second dose events next Friday and then the following Tuesday. So if people got any doses from us in that first round, then they'll be coming in to the Burnsville site and getting them then. And I think I mentioned to y'all last week, I've talked to the Presbyterian Church and they're all ready to allow us to do an event there once we have some doses, and then we'll put an event on in Spruce Pine.
So Chuck, when will y'all be accepting appointments for the doses that you get next week? Do you have a target date of when you'll start making appointments?
Well, we don't know that we're getting them yet, Marvin. Are you talking about for the second dose or the new
Well,
first?
the first doses for people that are meeting the criteria.
What we will do is open a site on our, we'll open a link on our website where you can go in and pick an appointment time. So let's say that we have 300 doses for an event. We'll put the word out to our friends and neighbors, like the Rotary Club, and say we've got it. We're going to turn that on at 9 o'clock in the morning, and people can start going online, and it's first come, first serve.
So you'll know about the doses next week and can start setting that up.
As soon as we are certain that we're getting doses, we will set that up. Yeah, I don't know, Marvin, that we will get doses next week. We're hoping, but
I'm counting on you.
Yeah, you're more confident than I am, I guess. And then again, for the second dose, yeah, I think there is a little bit of a reaction on that, but it's less for the older folks, and I think Tylenol seems to be the best thing to take. They say don't take it right away because you may negate you may knock out some of the antibodies that are being formed. So, and it seems to be about 24 hours after your second shot that the reaction starts happening. So wait about 12 to 24 hours before you take that Tylenol, and then you should alleviate most of the issues. But we've had some people here, the younger folks. I just talked to one of our staff, and you know, she was out and in bed for a good solid 24 hours, just really feeling very bad. And that seems to be more common for the youngsters. Anything else on vaccines? Any questions on that?
Only thing I'd add is it's always been very professional for both of those sessions with me.
Good. Yeah, the health department does a great job. You know, they had a little issue with that one event, but that was an aberration. That's not, you know, we all learn from each of our events what works best.
Yeah.
This is all new territory for us. So, Tina, do you want to announce our program today? I'm excited about it.
We haven't done the wheel.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot all about that.
And then we'll do that.
Alex.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Do anybody want to sign up? Anybody that
Any
hasn't signed up?
additional people? I think everybody here is on the permanent one. Yeah, everybody's on the permanent one that's present today. Pretty much. And a few others.
Okay, here we go. 8, number 8.
8 is Nelson.
Oh.
So.
Gotta be present to win, doesn't he? I don't know. Okay.
No. So he
No,
wins $7. We'll ask him next time what he wants to do with it.
Yeah. So you're going to, well, that was the wheel. So you counted up, is it?
Yeah, it's $7.
$7. Sweet. All right. So I guess Miss Tina, now we can go forward with the program.
Yeah, it's probably a good tie-in to what we were talking about with the vaccines and COVID and science. Because today, February 11th, is the International Day of Women and Girls in Science. So I'm going to share with you a cartoon, since we don't get to watch cartoons very often, just tell you a little bit more about women in science.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to share sound. I got to go back. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why Zoom makes that so hard.
You have to remember to click that little
Yeah.
button. So I was ready. Let's try this again.
This is Marie Curie. You probably know who she is. She's one of the most prominent scientists of all time. She was the first and only person in history to win 2 separate Nobel Prizes in 2 separate sciences. She pioneered radiation research and discovered 2 new elements. She was also denied membership at the French Academy of Sciences because she was a woman. Throughout her incredible career, she faced enormous amounts of sexism. And yet, you've heard of her. Despite all the obstacles, she succeeded in her career and was recognized for her achievements. But what about the women that didn't? What about the women who were denied that same recognition for their work? How many other historical female scientists can you name? How many of these women have you heard of? Caroline Herschel was a German astronomer. She discovered several comets. She was also the first woman we know of who was paid for her contribution to science. The first woman to be awarded a gold medal of the Royal Astronomical Society, and with Mary Somerville, she was the first woman to be named an honorary member of the Royal Astronomical Society. Lise Meitner performed extensive work on nuclear physics and radioactivity. Her collaborator was later awarded the Nobel Prize for their discovery of nuclear fission. This is Hypatia of Alexandria, a Greek mathematician, philosopher, and astronomer. She was head of a school in Alexandria. None of her work has survived to the modern day, and according to many sources, she was murdered by a Christian mob. Jocelyn Bell Burnell discovered the first radio pulsars. This was described as the greatest astronomical discovery of the 20th century. Her PhD supervisor was later awarded a Nobel Prize for this discovery. Bell Burnell was excluded from the prize. Cecilia Payne-Gaposchkin discovered what the sun is made of. The leading astronomer of the day dismissed her hypothesis and encouraged her not to present her findings. 4 years later, he published his own paper with the same conclusions. For most of history, he was given credit for this discovery. Rosalind Franklin performed work that was vital to the discovery of the structure of DNA. Her colleague shared her work without her permission with James Watson and Francis Crick. With this information, the two were able to make their famous discovery. Watson and Crick, along with Franklin's colleague, were later awarded the Nobel Prize for the discovery. Franklin was excluded. Emmy Noether was a mathematician who made enormous contributions to rings, fields, and algebras. Noether's theorem has been called one of the most important mathematical theorems ever proved in guiding the development of modern physics. She had to work without pay for 7 years after completing her dissertation, as women were excluded from academic positions at the time. Later in her career, she had to lecture under a male colleague's name, as the faculty at her university objected to a female lecturer. These examples are horrifying, but surely that's all over now. Women can attend university after all, they can lecture, they can publish their own results. So what's the problem? Unfortunately, sexism in STEM is still a major issue. Women are still perceived as less able when it comes to science and technology, and this perception has a real effect on their careers. For example, a recent study analysed data from GitHub, an open-source software community. They found that code written by women actually had a slightly higher approval rating than code written by men, but only if their gender was unidentifiable. If it was obvious that the coder was a woman, the approval rating dropped. Many other studies have found similar results. A large study in 2012 sent out resumes for a lab manager position and found that resumes bearing female names were significantly less likely to be successful than an identical resume bearing a male name. Sexism isn't gone, it's just become less overt. Society cannot progress when half our population is held back from achieving their full potential. Imagine where we would be if women had been educated to the same standards as men throughout history. Imagine what these women could have accomplished if they had not had to battle sexism, if they could simply have focused on science. Every year there are improvements for women in STEM. More and more women are entering science and technology fields. But discrimination still exists, and it is the responsibility of every person who cares about science to help fight this prejudice and to help ensure that examples like those listed in this video never happen again.
Boy, they done portray us men too well.
Yeah, I
But
feel
this video actually
underappreciated.
makes me think, yeah, this makes me think about the students of the month that we used to get and how much I miss seeing those kids come in, because not only young women, but a lot of young men that we've seen come and speak at our Rotary clubs that have just been inspirational to think they're going to be taking care of us in the future.
Right. Exactly. I agree with you.
Yeah. But it is eye-opening how unfortunate the biases still are out there. You know, I think, well, can't make excuses. It's people need, that's why it is important to make those extra efforts to bend overboard to make sure that you're not letting some biases impact your decisions. It's tough.
Are the students back in class now, physically back in class in high school?
I think they're doing like alternating days or something like that.
I was wondering, maybe we could pick up that program and do it by Zoom.
Yeah.
You know, see if Grant,
Hmm.
you know, if Grant would want to do that.
You know, he volunteered at our first vaccine event. He was there. I didn't even think to ask him, but yeah, we should reach out to him. That's a good idea, George.
Because if they would just be willing to just get on the
Be happy
Zoom
to reach out to him.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't have contact information for Grant, but if somebody could send it to me, I could contact him.
I have his email address. That's all I have. I don't have his phone number or anything.
Email's fine.
Okay, I'll send you the email.
You said, okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, that was an eye-opening program.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you. So, anything else on the agenda today? I guess we can go to our ace of spades.
Hey, Chuck, let me ask one quick question. You want this ad to run just 1 week? It's $170 per week. Just once is good?
I think so.
Okay, that's fine. That's what I figured. I just was clarifying.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been sitting here the whole time mixing these numbers up, so let me pick one out.
So you got mine at the top now?
I don't have a clue. Number 2 is Glenn.
Yeah.
Hey, Glenn.
All right.
Okay, Glenn.
Come off mute there. All right.
Man,
I'm
you're on a big run, Glenn. Won the Super
Yeah.
Bowl and the dishes and.
Now you get to draw a card.
You ready, Glenn?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm gonna start shuffling and you know the deal. When you say stop, I'll stop.
Okay, keep going. Keep going. Right there.
This one?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh.
Right there.
Close.
Oh,
Jack of clubs.
No ace.
okay. No cigars.
And I told y'all last week I'd look and see how much cart money we had. Bill, I got you. And I forgot to look it up. So, but I know it's more than $600. I know
Oh, wow.
that.
Here's 5 more.
Okay. I got you.
And
Plus Nelson, Tina, Bill, or yeah. Nelson, Glenn, Tina, and Janie also put $5 in every week.
then if you put some in for me, please.
Okay,
I'll do 5.
okay.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
I'll do that when we get done. I need to send a check anyway, so.
Did you get George
Wonderful.
Walter?
Oh, no, I missed George. I wasn't
He's either
looking.
waving
That's
or
because I'm real smart. I was muted when I did hold up a hand.
I'm gonna throw 5 in too, but I don't think any of us are gonna catch up with Tina this year.
No,
She's the
It's gonna
big
take the whole club to catch up to Tina.
That was nice to do.
It was. All right, well, if there's nothing else, we'll go ahead and close with the 408 test. Is it the
is it the
truth?
truth?
Is it
Is
fair
it
to
fair
all
to all
concerned?
concerned?
Will it
Will
build
it
Build
goodwill?
goodwill and
and
better friendships?
Will it be beneficial to
To
all
all
concerned?
concerned.
Ding, ding.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
See y'all
Guys,
next week.
have a
Bye.
great weekend and
Bye.
we'll talk to you next week.
Okay.